Good afternoon. Welcome to the nest for this battle of unbeatens between the visiting Tillsonburg Hurricanes and the hometown St. George Ravens, as the Ravens win the opening draw, but it comes straight to Mitch Randall. He's crunched on the inside board, gets by the check, goes down the wall anyway. In between two Raven defenders, Moda and Josh McVeigh. Down the wing on the near side goes Ondoff quickly, and the Hurricanes clear from the right defensive side all the way down for the first icing of the game, just 25 seconds into the period. Early on, the two teams 6th and 7th in the South Division, despite the 1-0 records. Tillsonburg with a tremendous 24-0 victory over the London Lakers last night on the road. Big hit on the far side board. Dallas Roth, the assistant captain for the Hurricanes a year ago, gives Alela a big hit on the side wall. He's off to the bench slowly. Played up the wall and an icing on the play. Riley Ellis out of Woodstock with the long clear. He stays on. Liam Hurley to take the draw. Won by the Ravens. Gill 2 goals and 3 assists in the 11-2 victory over Kingsville Friday night. Played up to Ellis, cross ice. Bondarenko, the shot goes wide. Bondarenko let it go to the streaking winger Griffin Sinden. Ravens gonna need to keep a body on Bondarenko this afternoon. 15 points last night. Perhaps Jordan Clark going to be a presence this afternoon. Or the big forward Cole Altman, listed at 230 pounds out of Elmira. Had his first goal on Friday night, Altman did. The 8th goal of the game at the 1:02 mark of the second. Bondarenko well over 100 points last season with the Oklahoma City Junior Blazers. Centering pass for Altman out there now. He was a step off the right circle. Couldn't get to the pass, and Clark all the way back into his own zone to touch up for the Ravens. Quickly down the line, the wing, Matthew Sewell. Sewell's 5 games played for the Ravens last season after coming over from the Fergus Force. Nearly a point a game in the time he did play. Shot by Clark, deflected wide. Altman's side of the net, now in behind the net, tripped up by the defender, and played around the boards by Cam Wilson. Clark with his left hand up, signifying an icing. GMHL.TV, that's where you can find all the games. Some of them up and live streaming. Had some technical issues since Friday, problems loading the bigger file. Managed to get ourselves a bigger memory card the past couple of days. But the Friday night's game, the 11-2 win, should be up shortly. Anthony Moda Ondoff on the wing. And the draw won by Bondarenko slipped around the boards. Bondarenko back to the wall. He's crunched by Connor McKay. McKay, the tip in. The goaltender lets it go. Kyle Fritz. Right wing side. Ondoff with a steal. Alua got a piece of it. Ondoff broke in off the right side. Shot down to the knees is McKay. Centering past the shot. Bondarenko. Rebound. comes to Griffin-Sinden. Tillsonburg, their home opener October the 5th. On the road until that point. Moda in the corner, long flip pass. Knocked down by Mitch Randall. Knocked ahead by Louis Rebel. Bondarenko still out there. Picked up, chopped off the boards by McVeigh. Loose puck, the shot, Griffin-Sinden. What a save by Oxborough. Bennett Oxborough, a hard left pad save. About halfway up the pad on the near post. Taking 2 hits in the far corner. Joe Shaheen, the post-game guest on Friday, hit twice. Griffin-Sinden, the second hit. Shaheen's okay as he stays out there. Ravens win the draw. The shot down low. It's knocked down in front of the net. Lifting a stick is Liam Hurley. Picked up in the far corner. Ellis hits the blue line. The shoot in by Cam Wilson. And Oxborough out to make the stop. Emmanuel Noche allowing just 2 goals on Friday night. Ray Wilson, the draw won by the Ravens. Raymond Smith, 26 saves in the shutout for Tillsonburg last night. And Fritz in there this afternoon as he'll split duty. So both teams use both of their goaltenders through the weekend. Want to keep them rested up early in this Greater Metro Hockey League season. And the first penalty of the game coming up looks like Heindel for a trip. No, he goes to the far side of the bench. I guess it's going to be Anthony Moda. No, it's the captain, Ondoff. Hard to see here. We don't have an actual penalty box. Ondoff taking the penalty down in the far corner.
Time the penalty, 4:42. The Mounties Ondoff, 2 for tripping at 4:42.
Roth in behind the net. The outlet feed broken up. Liam Hurley short-handed. The shot. Fritz the save down low. Walter lets it go. Leaves it for Roth. Back to Walter. Roth. Walter, the big Swede. The turnaround shoot in by Hurley. And Walter chases to the corner to go after the disc. Roth brings it out. Cross-ice pass. Broken up by the Ravens. It's Mitch Randall back for Tillsonburg in the 97 sweater, Thought I saw an initial roster with Dallas Roth on it. Shot around the board. Shaheen, the bank pass for Alua. Bondarenko on the backup in his own zone, gathered speed, came quickly out the right side, and the puck now deflects up and out of play. 6 minutes and 13 seconds gone by in GMHL action. Mentioned the superior point production of Bondarenko, 61 goals, 65 assists for 126 points last season in the WSHL. DeMello passed through the neutral zone and chopping away at it 3 times Dalton Brown loses his stick, grabbed his right wrist, and now the Ravens back in possession. Moda to McKay, the turnaround, the shot. Carson McRae's turnaround shot missed the net just low, about 2 inches wide. Shot by Ondoff. He leans into one on the forehand side as he jumps out of the penalty box. Bank pass looking for McRae as the Ravens' right side defender. Cross ice feed, Ondoff, dugout backhand side up to the wing for Shaheen. The shot by Shaheen, blocked in the skate. Mitch Randall, a nice block, came to the top of the blue line. Clark played it to the far corner shot, they score! Looks like Marco Ondoff. No, it's going to be Shaheen with his third of the year. 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. The number 3 star on Friday. Long shoot in to the right of Oxborough. Backhanded up the wall. So Shaheen stays on after the goal.
Ravens goal, his third of the season, scored by number 19, Joseph Shaheen.
Shaheen into the corner.
Assist number 88, Anthony Muta. And the number 17, Marco Ondoff. Time of the goal, 7:26.
So Ondoff draws
Joseph
the
Shaheen from Anthony
second
Muta
assist.
and Marco Ondoff at 7:26.
Shot down low. Tillsonburg sporting new uniforms this season, similar to the ones that the Washington Capitals wore against the Toronto Maple Leafs last year in the outdoor game. Believe theirs may have been a white sweater though. This a solid blue. Same type of trim on the uniforms. Tillsonburg will likely use last year's uniform as a third jersey. Bondarenko one-on-one with a defender, Heindel, and it hits the top of Heindel's stick and deflects out of play. Some pushing and shoving between the two after the whistle, but nothing more comes of it. 7:26, the time of the Shaheen goal, his third of the year. Tillsonburg 1-2 in lead scoring early on. Griffin Sinden 5 goals and 7 points last night. Pass up to Moda, deflected into the Tillsonburg zone. Giving chase is John Party down the wing, and it's poked away by Bondarenko. Oxborough has a long look with Bondarenko bearing down on him. One defenseman back for the Ravens. And the whistle goes with 11:02 remaining first period of play. GMHL.TV, the far right icon on the GMHL site, GMHL.net. Haven't seen the inside the GMHL feature this year. That seemed to tail off as the weeks went by last year. That space on the main site more so replaced by conversation on Twitter and information on the live games streaming this afternoon. Two other games in the GMHL, 3 other games, excuse me, this afternoon and this evening. some interference within the left circle on 2 occasions. A Lampy laughing, so at least he's got a sense of humor about it.
Let's make some noise!
Riley Ellis off for interference. Moda in the draw, wins it cleanly backhand side. Gill into the corner for the captain Ondoff. Shot by Moda.
Riley Ellis, 2 minutes for interference. Time to penalty, 9:37.
Wrapped around the boards.
Ellis, 2 for interference.
Griffin Sinden unable to clear. Shot right side of the line. Ondoff under the end line. Bouncing around, Mitch Randall unable to clear. A hit on the right side of the body by Griffin Sinden. Pass down below the end line, centered for Ondoff. Picked up by Sinden, cleared to the line. Ondoff unable to keep it in. And he regroups slightly to the red line before pulling the puck back inside his own end. Moda, Gill. Gill hit hard right at center. Nice hit, Griffin Sinden. Gill, Bondarenko takes a slap at him. Don't think he'll draw a slashing call there. 40 seconds below the halfway point of the first. 57 seconds remaining on the Raven power play. Ravens up 1-0. The Joe Shaheen goal. Moda and Ondoff assisting at the 6:26 mark. .726, excuse me. Pass too far for Shaheen. And an icing with 38 seconds remaining on the Raven power play. Ellis off for interference. So a great start by the Hurricanes. Their opener October the 5th. Ravens will stay here for one more home game next Sunday against the always tough Niagara Whalers, champions 2 seasons ago. Ravens came back and won 4 straight in the South Division Finals a year ago. A Lampy beside the circle, centering pass, knocked to the line but not out, and played deep into the far corner, centering pass for Altman. McVeigh played it to the top of the circle. A Lampy back to Heindel, and Heindel fires wide and low. McVeigh right on it. He shoots wide, this time near side off the glass. Moda back inside his own zone. Good two-way play by Moda. Here's a break. DeMello to the wing to Bondarenko. Gave it back to DeMello, and DeMello unable to convert. DeMello a whole open side. Sheehan crunched by Sinden, slipping a check. Alua, he's hit up high on the backside. Clark tries a backhand to keep it in. And a stoppage in play. At the 12:20 mark of the first. Tottenham and Kingsville this afternoon. Friday night's opponent. Also a 3 o'clock start.
Tillsonburg penalties, number 22.
Down in behind the end line, picked up and cleared.
Time to penalty, 12:40. 12:20. The Hurricanes
cross-checking on the Hurricanes. Cam Wilson, so the Hurricanes doing themselves no favors, in penalty trouble early. Gill to Ondoff. Ondoff on the backhand side. Pulls away from Dallas Roth. Oh, there's Dallas Roth in the number 18 sweater. Shot by Moda. I think Roth wore number 97 last year. I think that's where the confusion for me came in. South Muskoka Shield at the Bradford Rattlers, a 7:30 start. Josh LaBelle in the North Division. Saw Josh. Was spectating Friday night in behind the what would now be Oxborough's right-hand side. Ravens on the power play for another 55 seconds. So all the best to Josh LaBelle. No points so far for LaBelle in 2 games played for the Bradford Bulls. Ondoff down the wing, the drop to McRae, and McRae fires high and off the glass. Comes all the way out to Rebel. Shot by Rebel, the rebound comes right back to him. And Hurley back in a defensive role in a hurry. Bondarenko back for Tillsonburg. Carson McRae, the pass into the near corner. Puck bouncing around, comes out to the right defense, slipping a chest, a shot. Shaheen started back defensively, pulled it back down the right wing in a quick hurry. Shot going the other way, they score. Quick shot by Griffin Sinden down low. And he beats Oxborough to the stick side, right inside the post. 5:27 remaining in the period. I think that goal is going to go unassisted. .14:33 the time of the goal. Nihil, Bondarenko, the shot scores! Ivan Bondarenko, his 10th goal of the year. And the Tillsonburg Hurricanes take a 2-1 lead. DeMello and Moda in the draw. So Bondarenko continues his hot streak.
Tillsonburg's first goal, his 6th of the season, scored by number 27, Griffin Sinden. Assist
Shoot in by Dalton Brown.
Ivan Bondarenko, is number 55, Riley Ellis. Time of the goal, 14:33.
Bondarenko draws the first assist on the Griffin Sinden goal.
Second goal is his 10th of the season, scored by number 49, Ivan Bondarenko. Assist number 22, Cameron Wilson. Time of the goal, 14:46.
14:46. So just 13 seconds later, Bondarenko with the heavy wrist shot beats Oxborough glove side up high. No chance for Oxborough on the second Tillsonburg goal. Avoiding a check, Moda, the shot, the rebound, it's poked just wide by Alua. Fritz got enough of the initial shot. Gill diving out the corner. 2 Ravens on the far corner. Nick Alampi. And further out to his right, Thaddeus Alua. Alampi gives Alua a little fist bump on the way by. Alampi appreciates the effort. 2 goals by Alampi on Friday night. Alampi actually had the first goal of the 2018-2019 campaign, and the shot by Alampi is fired wide. Didn't register a point last season with the Fort Erie Meteors. A Lampy crunch, but he actually gets off the board first. Shot by Bondarenko, the turnaround. Flip pass out of the zone by Tillsonburg's Ellis. The Canes play it right back. Mitch Randall with a deep pass into the near corner. Cross-ice feed, Liam Hurley, McRae the shot, the rebound. Getting just the top piece of the shaft on the puck is Kyle Fritz. Pass out the far side, tipped off. Seals lets it go. Clark head up, long reach on the forehand side, fires a pass into the circle. Back is Mitch Randall. Mihail tried to maneuver underneath him, and now Mihail goes to the corner as Altman knocked down. Max Huring a clear to the near corner, and now the two defenders will have to get back. Shot by DeMello, sails wide. Cam Wilson the shoot in. Clark on off the shot. Dalton Brown misplayed the puck. Tried to glove it down with the underside of the right hand. Came right to Ondoff as it took a funny change of direction in midair. Dalton Brown handcuffed on the play, and Ondoff nearly makes him pay. Heindel to the far corner, shuffles it off to his left. Moda, Ondoff now behind him. Moda elects to keep going. Wraparound shot. Ondoff with a chance at it. Shot by Gill, hard, wide and off the board. Gill moving up, turns away from the pressure of Walter. Throws a long pass to the far wall. Moda, Heindel the shot. And taking a seat is the Tillsonburg defender, Randall. Got enough of it with the right side of the body to have play come to a halt. Thought Randall could have moved the puck there. He elected not to. Ondoff will take the draw. I think there's been a timeout perhaps here. Moda was in the draw, then he switched with Ondoff, and then the referee not allowing Fritz to come to the bench. Dane O'Neill perhaps just giving the boys a breather as they're about to head to their third power play of the period. Don't see a board out, so thought they may draw up a specific play. You're watching the Greater Metro Hockey League action between the Tillsonburg Hurricanes and the St. George Ravens, South Division champions from a year ago. Moda with Hurley on the wing. McRae on the defense. Gill, the right side defender on the power play unit. Pass across, Moda shuffles. Those sticks lifted by Bondarenko. 18-25. Shot, the save by Oxborough down low. Liam Hurley. Hurley goes straight to the front of the net. Shot by Ondoff, sailed wide.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Moda to Gill, under a minute to go now. The shot by Shaheen, the rebound. 2 whacks at its side of the net, and diving out to the far corner is Fritz. Shaheen, 2 golden opportunities to tie the score. Hurley underneath the circle on the right side, trying to jam it in as well. Face-off comes out to the left of Fritz. A Lampy in the draw. The 2 stayed tied up for a brief second. Sinden down the wing. DeMello hit up high. Under 30 seconds to go now. McVeigh up to the front of the blue line, gathering speed. A Lampy, and the shot into the logo. And it's knocked down by Fritz with 18.3 seconds remaining in the period. Ravens in a bit of unfamiliar territory. Although just the 3 regular season losses last year and the 1 overtime loss, a lot of the current players wouldn't be familiar with last year's championship, so to speak. Shot, it's tapped toward the goal line in the air. Knocking it down at the far side of the net is Fritz. Moda to take one final draw opposite Dalton Brown. Dalton Brown out of Washington State kicks it with his right skate across to the defender. Randall the clear to end the period.
The first period of play, the Tillsonburg Hurricanes 2 and your St. George Ravens 1. Shots on goal in the first period were 21 for St. George and 14 for Tillsonburg. Fans, we want to remind you that
Ravens outshoot their opponents by 7, 21-14. But it's the Hurricanes on top after 1. Ivan Bondarenko, a goal assist in period 1. And a mishandle by the Raven left defender, and Oxborough has to hang on tight. The first game for both Bennett Oxborough and Kyle Fritz on the season. 21-14 the shots on goal through 1 period, favoring the Ravens. But it's 2-1 Tillsonburg on the go-ahead by Bondarenko. Quick shot in tight, another whack at it. 2 shots for Bondarenko. Bondarenko went up high in the first for the go-ahead goal at 14:46. Goals 13 seconds apart. Eluded the glove hand of Oxborough. Cross-ice pass for Shaheen, looking for Liam Hurley, and tripped up. Clark takes a chunk out of Griffin Sinden, and Jordan Clark, the 4-year veteran, 3 years here, a year in Halton, off to the box for tripping. 1 minute and 5 seconds into the second period. I'm John Molson here at the Nest in St. George. In the draw is Dallas Roth on the face-off, in behind the net, and a quick whistle as a helmet knocked loose. Linesman blows it down immediately in concern for Liam Hurley, who puts the helmet back on now and makes his way back to the right circle for the draw opposite Sinden. Riley Ellis up front on the left wing. Randall dropped back on the left side as Ellis takes a poke at it.
Time of penalty 105.
Hurley back to the line.
Super tripping at 105.
Randall around the inside of the board. Shot by Randall. Ellis in tight, right on the top of the crease. Riley Ellis with 2 chances at a rebound. Bondarenko down the boards for Sinden, centering pass. Sinden takes a hit. Going to the front side is Hurley on the check. And now Ellis tries to hit Josh McVeigh right along the board. There's a hard hit down in the corner. Referee with his hands up. A penalty to the Ravens, so the Hurricanes will go to a 2-man advantage. Ellis can't convert on the forehand. Quick pass out beyond the end line by Bondarenko. Alua, a hard hit in the far corner. 2 hard hits on that shift. The second putting the Ravens in the box. 2 men short for 55 seconds.
St. George penalty number 25, Teras Alela, 2 minutes for boarding.
Bonderman to Sinden, back to
the Ravens Alela, 2 for boarding.
Bondarenko. Misspoke there. Shot in tight, Oxborough made the save. The face-off will stay in the same spot. Ravens with 3 at home to start the year. Then have the Whalers on the 28th of September. That's a Friday night at the Vail Center. At Windsor, and then home to end the month against the North York Renegades.
There's a correction on the penalty.
The team Emmanuel Noche was acquired from in exchange for Steven Santos and Chris Martin. Shot down low, Noche in a backup role last season, a perfect 11-0. Shot down low by Sinden. You're watching the Greater Metro Hockey League on GMHL.tv. Sinden works it around the outside. Cam Wilson, the shot. Mitch Randall's shot deflects quickly up and out of play. I thought we'd see a little bit more of a matchup on Altman on Bondarenko. But Altman playing on the lower lines. I thought they may try to match the size there. Mentioned that at the top of the broadcast. Hard hit in behind the Tillsonburg end line. Cam Wilson on Shaheen, and now Shaheen tries to check the stick of Griffin Sinden. Allows Moda to come back the other way. Moda short-handed, fires wide on the forehand side. A slash in the near corner on Moda. An interference call coming to Louis Rebel. So now the Ravens to their first power play of the period, looking to tie the game up at 2. Tillsonburg looking much
Tillsonburg
improved
penalty to number 29, Louis Ravel, 2 minutes for interference.
over
Time
last
of
year's
penalty,
version.
3:39.
Although
The Hurricanes, Ravel, 2 for interference.
looking back, I
3:39.
believe the Hurricanes did get a 4-3 victory here last year. Don't have last year's stats in front of me, but I do seem to recall a win here for the Hurricanes. The shot partially blocked by Ellis. Pass over center for Ondoff, backhand. Moda lets it go. Crashing awkwardly into the boards is Riley Ellis. No scoring here in the second. Shot by Moda. So Moda, with 38 seconds remaining in the penalty kill, fired a shot wide of the net. Now looking to do damage on the near corner as well. And the shot in tight by McVeigh. Glove save down low, stretching out across the crease is Kyle Fritz. Seems to be a bit of a delay here. Fritz taking some extra time. Perhaps he was injured on the stretch across. Looks good to go now. Taps the ice with his stick. DeMello wins the draw, but it comes straight to Gill. Throws it down the near board. Ondoff muscles his way past a check. Back to McCray. McCray from the half wall. Gill over to an open Liam Hurley. Cross ice for Hurley. Hurley couldn't quite hang on to the pass initially. Back to the left side of the blue line. Gill down to the half wall. The shot partially blocked by Brown. Bondarenko. DeMello streaking to the net. Shot by Bondarenko. And hanging on is Oxborough. Sinden in a short-handed roll up front for Tillsonburg. Slaps it past a Lampy on the draw in the far corner. Up to the front of the blue line, across to Shaheen. Shaheen takes the quick wrist shot. And Fritz having to be very careful. Fritz, an awkward save as it almost crawled up his left arm up underneath the elbow. Heindel down the near board. Around the corner and back behind the net. Shaheen, the slight fake. Drops it to the end line. A Lampy hit from behind, and that was not missed. High up on the shoulders. A Lampy takes a hard hit. See if that's more than a 2-minute call. Cam Wilson, the defender out of Bracebridge. A hit from behind, 2 minutes showing, 14:08 remaining in the second period. Moda and DeMello. Moda wins it
Tillsonburg
clean.
penalty,
Gill
number
down
22,
the
Cameron Wilson.
near
2 minutes
side
clear
wall,
interference.
Ondoff cross
Penalty,
ice.
5:52.
Back to Moda.
Excuse me, the call was cross-checking.
Moda in on net, and he forces the net off.
The Hurricanes
Moda
also
tries to
at 5:52.
use his size to get to the front of the net and knock the net off on the near side. Moda listed at 5'11". Net knocked off its mooring. The referee checking on Fritz, and the draw comes to the neutral zone. Fritz appears to be hurt, puts his left hand up, asking for a minute. Second time in the period, Fritz has gone down hard. DeMello opposite Moda. Puck comes free to Hurley on the draw. Underside of the left hand. Hurley bats it down, throws it to the corner for Captain Ondoff. Ondoff to McRae, cross ice, the shot, Hurley, driving bodies, they score! Liam Hurley across the top of the crease. Think Ondoff's gonna get it. Marco Ondoff, his second goal of the year for the captain. .6:31 the time of the goal. Sinden and Sewell tie up at the draw. Altman tries to force it ahead. Mihal on the far side.
Scored by number 17, Marco.
Shot by Sinden, he scores. Puck comes free off the near corner.
And number 22, Liam Hurley. Power play goal, 6:31.
So Tillsonburg comes right back with one.
Orlando from Anthony Muka and William Hurley at 6:31.
Just 20 seconds later, Griffin Sinden down low past the right pad of Oxborough. You're watching the Greater Metro Hockey League on GMHL.net as we approach the halfway point. DeMello loses possession off the draw. The shot up high. Bouncing puck nearly results in 2 rebounds. Hurley and Shaheen. 6:51 time of the goal. 20-second shot sails wide by McVeigh. McKay back for the Ravens. DeMello, Bondarenko with him. DeMello in behind the net. Hurley throws a no-look pass in behind the back. Back to the right side. The shot knocked down in the circle. Backhanded away. Shaheen for a Lampy, jumping the hit. Cam Wilson down the wall. And a stoppage in play with Heindel the last to touch it at the Raven blue line. .3-2 Hurricanes. The teams traded goals 20 seconds apart. here in this second period. NHL kicked off early yesterday morning, 2:30 in the morning. Boston with a 4-3 victory over the Calgary Flames. The two teams will stay in China, considering the length of the trip, and play on Wednesday.
The Ravens finished with too many men on the ice at 7:48.
Cam Wilson the shot. Too many men for the Ravens. NHL hoping to once again establish themselves in the Olympics. Russia, the gold medal winners this past year, and the absence of many NHLers. Ilya Kovalchuk starred for Russia, has since signed with the Los Angeles Kings. Last played in the NHL with the New Jersey Devils, played around the boards. Maple Leafs start on Tuesday against the Ottawa Senators. DeMello the shot, high rising shot, taken on the half wall by Louis Rebell. Ravens 43 seconds remaining in the too many men on the ice penalty. Fritz throws it off to his left. Bondarenko bodied out to the corner with two Ravens back, Alua and Heindel, and now Heindel throws a long pass up and out. Randall behind the net. Manages to elude Alua. Back to Mitch Randall. Randall, quick shot. Randall Ellis on the goal line. Now on the opposite side of the Raven net, looking for a pass was DeMello. His pass to the top of the line way too far. And an icing 1 second to the midway point of the game. Face-off coming out to the right of Fritz. Moda in the draw. Ondoff the shot, partially blocked. Perfect shot. They score! Thought McRae was on the rebound, but now it looks like Anthony Moda. Moda, his third goal on the year, matching Marco Ondoff. Shot off the left point by Clark down low, and Moda all over the rebound with McRae and Moda on each side of the net. 10:07 the time of the goal.
Ravens goal!
Tillsonburg with one more road game against Windsor on the 23rd of September.
Assistant number 3.
Home opener against the Niagara-on-the-Lake Nationals.
And to number 10, Carson McKay. Time of the goal, 10:07. Anthony Muta from Jordan Clark and Carson McRae at 10:07.
Clark and McRae the assist. Niagara-on-the-Lake, the early South Division leaders at 2-1 on the year for 4 points. Bondarenko, 4 men back for the Ravens. Bondarenko keeps going, shot by Sinden. The rebound, and it's picked up and cleared. Long pass out by Shaheen.
St. George penalty to number 17, Marco Wanda. 2 minutes for hooking.
Bearing in on goal, the shot, Rebel takes a hard hit on the right side of the body.
10-15.
A cross check as Rebel had an open shot. McRae to the end of the bench. It's Ondoff serving the penalty. Ravens now to a two-man disadvantage for a minute and 18 seconds. Winning the draw was Hurley off the glass. Played by Joshua.
2 minutes for cross-checking.
Shot by Hurley.
Time for the penalty, 10:57.
Hurley another opportunity. The long pass out by Gill.
10:57.
And it gives Liam Hurley two opportunities to tie this game. Bondarenko down to the circle, the hard shot. And the Hurricane captain whistles it wide. Mitch Randall, the hard shot down low, but it went wide by 3 inches. Rebel, stick lifted by Moda. 3-3. Moda ties the score on the shot, scores. Bondarenko gives a right fist pump as he throws a wrist shot through traffic from the top of the blue line. And he's able to beat Oxborough out to the far side. Ivan Bondarenko, his third point of the night. Reestablishes the Hurricane lead after the Ravens tied it up. 11:52 the time of the goal. Moda and Rebel line up again at center. McRae opposite Louis Rebel. Rebel had the earlier break that resulted in the first Tillsonburg power play. Still 23 seconds remaining in the second call. Referee going over to the don't know what the issue was there. They flashed up 2 minutes and then they took it away. It's right now 23 seconds remaining in the second minor.
Assist to number 97, Mitch Randall, and to number 13, Jacob Walters. Time of the power play goal.
Jacob Walter, the big Swede.
Mitch Randall and Jacob Walter at 11:52.
Rock back to the right side of the line. DeMello over top the circle. Riley Ellis, the shot. Hard shot by Ellis, sails wide. Picked up, throwing down the ice. Fritz leaves for Dallas Roth. The long pass up ahead. Cam Wilson unable to, oh, there we go. It was Rebel up high in the far corner. Ross plays it around the boards. Shaheen over to his left. Gill giving chase is Roth. Shot down low, backhanded away by Tillsonburg. Rebel around to the half wall. Pass ahead of the red line, 1-on-2. And a Lampy stopped up by Dalton Brown, back defensively, played up to the half wall, dragging a wrist shot. Hard wrist shot by Joe Shaheen, yet to register a point tonight. Two goals and 2 assists on Friday. Sinden, opposite Moda, wins the draw clean. Ondoff in the corner, crunched in between Dalton Brown and Griffin Sinden. Alua now joining in. And Sinden slips the check. He's out past the right pad of Fritz down behind the net. The shot deflects high. Hits something in front on the forehand shot by Josh McVeigh. Moda and Sinden. Moda wins it clean on the backhand, picked up by Tillsonburg. Again, Tillsonburg sporting a new uniform, similar to that the Washington Capitals wore last year in the outdoor game against the Leafs. Oh yeah, and they won a Stanley Cup too, so that goes as an afterthought, but not what we were looking for in this point of conversation. Under 6 to go, the Ravens play it in behind the Kane net. McVeigh the hard pass. DeMello and Rabella up front for Tillsonburg. Shot goes wide from the left side of the blue line. McVeigh into the corner, and now play out the other side. Long pass. Clear out by Roth, and the face-off from a Tillsonburg perspective will remain deep. Moda, Alua on his right side. Moda fires a shot. It misses the glove and goes high to the corner. Shot bouncing around Moda. Moda's initial shot went straight to the back wall, bounced a couple times. He tried to get it back. Shot by McVeigh, blocked, and it leads the Hurricanes the other way. Ross muscled off the puck. Nice play by Moda. Bondarenko turned around in the corner, drags a wrist shot, heavy, hard shot, and Bennett Oxborough has to be sharp, sticking right onto the far post. Pass too far for Bondarenko. South Muskoka at Bradford, a 7:30 start. The late start tonight. Kingsville played Tottenham at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow, Kingsville at Oshawa. And London at North York on Tuesday, a 7:45 start. Sewell, 16 games played for the Fergus Force last season. Cross ice pass through the neutral zone, picked up by Cole Altman. Max Huring to the far wall, back to Huring, up to Altman, deflected into the Canes zone. I think the Altman pass deflected just into the netting. Hurley kicks at it with the right skate out of the draw. Ravens back to center. Hurley has a look, the shot, big rebound. Came straight out off of Fritz's pad. Hurley tries to force his way through the neutral zone. Bondarenko, the shot, he scores! Ivan Bondarenko connects with his third. That's a hat trick for Bondarenko. Five 3 Canes. Bondarenko 61 goals last season in Oklahoma City.
His 12th of the season and 3rd of the game.
His 12th of the year. Bondarenko on a tear.
Bondarenko, unassisted. Time of the goal, 16-13. Ivan Bondarenko.
16-13 the time of the goal. McVeigh, a man bearing down. That's John Party. And simply covering up is Oxborough. 3:25 remaining in the period. NFL Week 2. Chargers and Bills a 1 o'clock start. That'll be just about over. The shot, hard pad save by Oxborough. Louis Rebell in tight on the short side. New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys, the late game, Sunday Night Football. McCray, Ondoff fires a wrist shot just wide. Bondarenko, what a move on Shahid, he scores! Bondarenko, his 4th with 2:39 remaining in the period. A lot of fans here from Tillsonburg. This is perhaps the first time we've seen this. Or perhaps just a few making a lot of noise. This is the most cheering I can remember for Tillsonburg in a road role anyway.
Ivan Bondarenko. Assist to number 17, John Hardy. Time of the goal, 17-21. Ivan Bondarenko.
17-21 the time of the goal, so the Ravens outshot the Hurricanes 21-14 after 1. But it's been Ivan Bondarenko, the difference maker. This afternoon we keyed in on him off the top of the broadcast. Bondarenko now with 13 goals in just 2 games. shot side of the net, and covering up is Fritz. Hard shot from the side wall, and the Ravens' frustration starting to mount now. Liam Hurley tied up with Bondarenko. Perhaps trying to fight his way off the ice. That's one way to keep Bondarenko off the score sheet. Anthony Moda tied the game, and then it was Bondarenko with 3 straight goals. You're watching the Greater Metro Hockey League on GMHL.tv. Dalton Brown to the bench on a late change. DeMello and Rebel on for Tillsonburg.
Penalties to Tillsonburg's number
Dallas
49,
Roth on the far wing.
And to St. George's number 22, Liam Hurley. 2 minutes each for a roughing.
Shot by Moda, rising shot, bounces off the glass. No one at the front of the net for the Ravens, on off the closest to it. Pass up to Moda, right wing side. Gill, the shot, deflection. Ondoff winds up a second time. Ravens now starting to mount the offense. 2 shots just wide by the captain, Marco Ondoff. Moda down the near wall, twisting in behind the net. Shot Marco Ondoff.
Last minute of play in the second period.
4-on-4 situation. I think this is the first time tonight we've seen 4-on-4. No, there was one offsetting in the first period. Shot by Moda. Puck goes for icing. I'm John Wilson at the Nest in St. George. Ravens trying to get back into this one on the 4-on-4 situation. Captain Ondoff with the bulk of the shots. Another late change for Tillsonburg. They're going to make Noah DeMello stay on. So DeMello and Griffin Sinden have to switch it up. DeMello to the left wing. And now I'll change again and go to the draw. So quite an extended length of time. DeMello off the draw, giving chase. He shoots, he scores! Noah DeMello extends the Tillsonburg lead to 4. Took the draw. The puck was free for a brief period of time. See if anyone gets an assist or if this goes unassisted. DeMello poked it the length of the ice. Oxborough unable to come out, would have had to back in. Had DeMello gotten to the puck first, so he decided to stay put, and it may have cost him there. Perhaps should have challenged, because DeMello had a head of steam coming from his own blue line. Use that to put some force into the shot. A slapper on the forehand side to the stick side of Oxborough.
DeMello, unassisted. Time to goal, 1932.
1932, the time of the... Here's a backhand shot. Laid on the... McKay, a late hit on Riley, forces him down to the ice. Connor McKay will go to the box. Ellis had the shot on the backhand. .1932, the time of the DeMello shorthanded goal. Or excuse me, the unassisted goal. .4 seconds remaining in the period.
Connor McKay, 2 minutes for holding.
Draw one back to the right side, down the far wall. Gill knocked down, and this may even it up. See if there's a call on the Gill knockdown. Gill knocked down right in front of the Raven net. Tripping on Riley Ellis. Just 5 seconds remaining in the period. All Tillsonburg in this second period following the Moda goal. 5 goals for Tillsonburg in this second period.
Ellis, 2 for tripping in 1955.
Bondarenko with 4 goals and an assist, adding to his 15 points last night.
7 and your Ravens 3. Shots on goal in the second period were 15 for Tillsonburg.
Griffin Sinden lining up for Tillsonburg, taking the draw to begin the third period. Moda's got a goal, but the Ravens have some catching up to do as we begin the third. Shot off the boards. Ivan Bondarenko out there now in the neutral zone. 4 goals and an assist this afternoon. Both teams 1-1, but 6th and 7th in the South Division respectively, due to the fact that it is the early going. Bondarenko. Noah DeMello, the latest Tillsonburg goal. A breakaway on Bennett Oxborough. Both goalies still in there. Clark moving up. Tries to slash it past Dalton Brown on the far end. 4-on-4 hockey for now. We're a minute and change into the third period on GMHL.tv. Ahead to Sinden, taken away by Moda. Moda plays it down the left wing to Liam Hurley. Weak shot down low, hit the side of the net. Pass out to John Party, wraps it around the boards. No, it's Emmanuel Noche in there now for the Ravens. Is back to the play earlier when the Hurricanes entered the zone. So Noche 11-0 last year. Won the opener 11-2 against Kingsville on Friday night. We'll try to give the Ravens a spark. Keep them in this one and see if they can get a couple goals to perhaps get back into this one. Clark turned around by DeMello, plays it up the half wall, ahead to Ondoff. It hits his left skate, picked up, cleared out by Randall. Shot deep into the zone. Max Huring threw it below the end line. Tillsonburg intercepted. Roth had possession. Huring now once again. Plays it to the other side of the defense, up the near wall. And it's shot in by Riley Ellis. Huring listed at 6'3", 170 pounds. Two other players, Clark and Heindel, in terms of size, that's the limit for the Ravens, 6'3". There are some bigger players. Huring a little bit lanky, 170 pounds. Lampy goes to the wing. As the Ravens win the draw, Shaheen Bondarenko shot it in behind the end line.
Tripping at 2:47. The penalty will be served by number 3, Jordan Clark.
Noche a trip at the side of the net. Puck comes free. Lampy backhands it down the ice. Bondarenko beyond Heindel. And now Bondarenko sandwiched a wrestling move by Riley Ellis. Took the right arm, wrapped it around Joe Shaheen. And it looks like Riley Ellis will go off. So they'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 24. Ellis right to the room. I figured they'd just give him a hold here. I'm surprised to see him go off to the room. Two-minute showing, but they're having an issue with the clock. It doesn't seem to be entering the system. Now they're adding an extra 2. Now it's back off completely. Moda and Liam Hurley on the penalty killing roll. I don't know about that. 5 minutes. It seemed like, to me, just a little bit of a tackle there on the far wall.
Tillsonburg penalty to number 55.
See what they call.
Riley Ellis. A 5-minute major for hitting to the head and a game misconduct. Time of the penalties.
So they're calling hitting to the head. I thought it was more of a wrestle with the right arm.
Hurricanes Ellis. 5 for hitting to the head and a game
Have to go back and check that out. Have a look at GMHL.tv. Shot by Josh. Shot, he scores! Josh Gill, his 3rd of the year, brings the Ravens to within 3. Went to the forehand down the near side. Drug the shot across his body. He went up high up over the glove side of Kyle Fritz.
Ravens goal, his 3rd of the season.
Early to the
Scored
corner.
by number 4, Joshua Gill.
Gilda Ondoff at the half wall. Long pass out the right side.
Joshua Gill from Anthony Mota at 3:58. Woo!
3:58, the time of the goal. Giveaway, Bondarenko. Shot partially blocked by Mota. Hurley, Bondarenko on him. And Hurley and Bondarenko take out the number 8 linesman. He seems to be all right. Tillsonburg trainer gonna come on and have a look. Kind of funny movement. He took his 2 index fingers and moved them outwards. I don't know if he was supposed to count 2 fingers or not, but he slipped the line of everyone seems to be laughing, so everyone in good spirits as we get back to action with 15:21 remaining, third period of play. A Lampy in the draw opposite Sinden. Short chop out of the draw, comes right to Bondarenko, shot by Sinden. Sails wide, Bondarenko on it in the corner. Pass ahead to McCrae. Picked up by Sinden, clear to the line but not out. Shaheen to the front of the net. McCrae lets it go, back left side of the line, forced out by Bondarenko. Sinden has a look. Picked up some speed, Sinden drawn down in the corner. And now Heindel's gonna go off for interference. Referee skates away, Heindel still pleading his case. Griffin Sinden tried to force his way through the defense and then taken out by Heindel in the corner. Momentum from the shot allowed Sinden speed into the near side. And Heindel off for interference, and the Hurricanes here will look to restore their 4-goal lead. Timeout being called. The Ravens back off on calling a defensive play. The Tillsonburg bench with quite a lot to say on the offensive end, so obviously have something in mind here. Dane O'Neill content for now to just ride it out. Still plenty of time. The Ravens down 3. But if the Canes connect here, could be a shot by Randall. Could be the difference maker in this third.
2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Gill so far the only goal in this third period at the 3:58 mark.
2 minutes for unsportsmanlike at 5:18.
Ravens hoping to provide a spark, put Noche back in between the pipes after allowing Bennett Oxborough his first career start. Randall, pass out the far board from the red line, picking up speed. Dallas Roth drops to Bondarenko down the side wall. Sinden. Roth lets it go out the far corner. Randall tips to Bondarenko. Bondarenko has a long look over top the circle. Moves in, slips it back short side. Shot up high by Sinden. Noche the save. And it's picked up and cleared by Carson McRae. Randall, the captain, across to Bondarenko. Bondarenko drags the forehand down low. Perhaps should have shot instead. Saw wide open Louis Rebel. Bondarenko had the shot, looking for his 5th on the game. Elected instead to pass out to the open side. Draw one by the Hurricanes. Backhand face-off win by Sinden. Randall. Curing on him. Forces Randall back to the wall. Under the end line. Back to Randall with shot. Tails wide into the corner. Took one bounce. Randall went after it. Shaheen trying to tie his man up. Rebel on the backside. Curing in possession. Across to McVeigh. McVeigh back to the red line. Hurley out to his right. Drops to McRae. Around the far corner of the net. Passed in behind the Tillsonburg goal. McKay to Moda. Down the near corner. Hurley back to Moda. The shot. And Fritz hangs on. 1:58 to the midway point of the third. 21 seconds remaining in the Raven power play. Played 4-on-4. The Ravens on the power play now. Moda left circle, drops to Gill down the sideboard. Hurley, McRae bounces high in the corner. McRae picks it up anyway, in behind the net for Ondock. Shakes the check of Brown, back out the right side. Gill, top of the blue line, winds up, looking for his 2nd, the 4th on the year. Moda on the backside, shuffles it off to Ondoff. Banked off the boards by McRae, and DeMello breaks it up. Brings it quickly through neutral ice. What a move by Bondarenko. 2 quick moves on Gill. Bondarenko sure has the skill. He's sure showing it this afternoon. I thought the 9 goals last night, 6 assists, may have had something to do with quality of opponent. London traditionally one of the weaker teams. But Bondarenko once again a strong game here this afternoon with 4 goals and an assist. Shaheen moves past Bondarenko. Shaheen showing the skill. Put the moves on perhaps this afternoon's best player. Shaheen, our post-game guest on Friday. A Lampy to Shaheen, the shot to the outside of the body of Randall into the corner, centering pass, and a Lampy tips it wide. Picked up, Gill puts an arm up. Heindel pass center, a Lampy broken up. Allows Sinden to go 2-on-2, the shot. Noche, the high shot. Sinden diving at the top of the crease. Noche thought he had it. Perhaps the Ravens not appreciating the late charge. But Sinden was all over that loose puck. He saw it. He simply followed his own rebound. Knocked down at the near side of the net. We're going to continue with 5-on-5 hockey. So no call on the Griffin-Sinden hit. Just good, clean hockey as a result of the rebound Noche allowed at the, well, the action started off at the top of the crease. Ended up angled more so toward the bottom right of the net. Sinden stays on the draw. Bondarenko on his left. Randall to Sinden. Short pass in behind Bondarenko. Sinden. Randall on the half wall. Long pass, the shot. Cutting in is Cam Wilson off the left side of the defense. Sinden back to the front of the blue line. Bondarenko. Hurley the backhand. Hit the stick of Bondarenko. Hurley comes back and gets it. Throws a long pass up and out. Giving chase is Alua and out to play it. Fritz forced to the corner as a result of the Alua charge. Shot Bondarenko, high off the glass, kept in by Randall, down the half wall. Sinden mishandles. Shaheen chopped in by DeMello, out to play it Noche, leaves for Clark. Clark out the right side, long pass, played by Fritz. 8:30 to go, time starting to run out on the Ravens. Ravens next at home a week from today against the Niagara Whalers. They go home and home. They play in Niagara. Five days following the game next Sunday. Ondoff, Moda, and McCray up front. Now McCray's going to make a late change. Tillsonburg coach didn't necessarily agree with it. Talking to his assistant now. Rather emphatic hand movements.
2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 11:33.
Ondoff hit up high in behind the Tillsonburg net. Moda down to the near wall. McVeigh. Ondoff the shot. Trying to use the defenseman as a screen down low. That's a Cam Wilson. Wilson down to a knee. Ondoff to the front of the net. He scores! Moda and Ondoff connect. Moda drew Wilson over to the corner. Short, quick pass out to Ondoff on the forehand. Ondoff puts it in down low past the right pad of Kyle Fritz. Ravens with the only 2 goals of the period. Things looking up for the Ravens. The shot bounces around, hits the back glass, I think.
Assistant number 17, Marco Ondoff.
I think they may change that.
12 away. Anthony Moda.
It was Ondoff in front of the net.
Woo!
12:08 time of the goal. Liam Hurley down the left wing, centering pass. Shot by Heindel, and it's tipped out of play. Ravens down 7-3 after 2. Have the only 2 third period goals. Bondarenko, 3 goals in the second period. DeMello on a breakaway. And then it was Josh Gill, a hard shot on the forehand. He's out there now. His third of the year after being the game's first star against the Kingsville Kings on Friday night. And now Moda from Ondoff at 12:08. Ondoff to the corner, back against the wall is Cam Wilson. Digging, nice play there by Nick Alampi. Dug it out against Cam Wilson on the board. Now a Hurricane player, Dallas Roth, back against the wall. He's crunched right underneath his own bench. Shuffled off to Ondoff. Ondoff the shot. It goes in behind Alampi. Played by Roth up to the front of the line. Shaheen backhand by Heindel into the corner. It's picked off by Riley Ellis. Heindel up to the blue line. Tipped in by Ondoff. I think he wanted to do more. Kind of shook his head to the right side there. Got the long tip in though. Hurley, Shaheen with him. Hurley chips it over to his left along the ice. Long pass out, knocked down by Bondarenko. Shot hit the glass. Comes out to the half board. Gill ahead to Hurley. Hurley the shot, sails wide. McVeigh the shot. Save, hard save by Fritz. Puck comes back to Alua on the far sidewall. Hurley and his man come together. Shot by Moda. Moda looking for his second of the period. Sinden a partial block, and Griffin Sinden getting up a little bit slow as a result. McKay up to Hurley. Across to Moda, streaking down the left wing side, wraps around the net, loses possession, lifts a stick. Moda the shot, the rebound, Alua on it. But Noah DeMello back defensively at the last second for Tillsonburg. What a play by Anthony Moda. Lifted the stick of the defender. Got a hard forehand shot and whistled it just wide. Inside of 5 minutes. Up the boards, McKay. Clark fires a wrist shot. Fritz the save, blocker side. Ravens were out shooting the Hurricanes 43-29 after 2 periods. But it's the Hurricanes with a 7-5 advantage following the strong second period by Ivan Bondarenko. Bondarenko, 9 goals last night in London. Another 4 here this afternoon. Ondoff dished off to McCrae. And it's picked up and cleared out by Walter. Clark mishandles. Bondarenko the shot. What a save by Noche. Clark bailed out by his goaltender. Bondarenko and Noche does the splits right along the line. Got the big left pad out. Bondarenko was right in tight to the net by the time he grabbed possession.
St. George penalties number 3, Jordan Clark, 2 minutes for
Gill
hooking.
the turnaround, back to the
16-26.
right side of the blue line.
Ravens Clark, 2 for hooking at 16-26.
3:25 to go, backhanded in by Roth. Moda clears to the neutral zone. Hurricanes hammer it back in. That's Bondarenko back defensively. So Bondarenko playing the point on the power play unit. Forcing his way through Sinden up the boards. Shot and it goes high. Think Noche caught a piece of the Rebel shot on the far corner. Inside 3 minutes, and after just 3 losses last year during the regular season for last year's South Division champions, Ravens have just a little bit of time left to find the possibility of a comeback. Got halfway there, drew goals in the third from Gill and Moda. Stick check on Walter, and I think this is going to result. See if there's penalties coming out of this, perhaps Shaheen. No, they're just going to move the face-off. Walter was stick-checked. I thought you may find a call down inside the left circle Tillsonburg end. Oh, there it is now. They put it up late.
St. George penalty to number 19, Joseph Shaheen, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of penalty, 17:31.
Shaheen went past the last man on the bench, though.
17:31.
Shot, Bondarenko. Is that in? It is. Bondarenko, the shot. Let's see if he gets his 5th of the night. I think it was the man in closest to Emmanuel Noche. It's DeMello with his 2nd of the night. .210 to go, and the possibility of a tough loss for the Ravens. But what a show Bondarenko has put on this afternoon. Hats off to Ian Ellis, the Tillsonburg owner. Whatever the methods they took to bring Bondarenko to Tillsonburg, it's been well worth it just 2 games into this season. Winning the draw on the backhand side.
Scored by number 24,
Anthony Moda.
Assist to number 49, Ivan Bondarenko. And to number 27, Griffin Sinden. Time of the power play goal, 17:50. Noah DeMello from Ivan Bondarenko.
Roth out the far side.
17:50.
Mitch Randall in behind his own net. Tillsonburg simply looking to kill time here. Randall, the give back from the right side defender. Bondarenko has a long look, fires high, hit the glass. Came back to the Raven defender Gill. Moda with speed, the shot, he scores! Anthony Moda trying to give the Ravens one last opportunity, connects with goal number 6. Ravens 3 goals in this third period. 1:15 to go. And the Ravens once again back in this one. Fritz unable to keep the feet closed at the goal line near side down low. Just sneaks it in. Ondoff inside his own blue line. Long shot off the boards, takes a bounce. Ondoff down, looks like a cross check. Ondoff down on the far board. Rebel to the box for a late cross check. 51.4 to go. 8-6 Hurricanes. A 6-point night for Ivan Bondarenko. Moda wins the draw. Back to McRae down the right wing board. Shot by Moda in tight out the far side. Goes low and out the near corner. Ondoff, Moda the shot. Fits the save at the far corner. Anthony Moda heating up. 3 goals this afternoon. Gilda Hurley, it's tipped into the corner. Ondoff, the captain, looking for McRae. McRae on the backhand, and it's tipped up and out. Just into the netting on the clear out by Bondarenko. Face-off will stay in the Tillsonburg zone. Out to the right of Fritz. Moda wins the draw. Ondoff turns around, fires a shot. Hurley back to McRae to the corner. Hurley, the shot up high. Moda goes off his right shoulder. Comes right back to Ondoff. And just 3.4 seconds to go now. Not likely enough time to net 2 goals for the Ravens. They'd have to score right off the draw. Moda wins the draw. Ondoff the backhander. Fritz a final save. And the Tillsonburg Hurricanes win it by a final of 8-6. Ivan Bondarenko, 4 goals and 2 assists. Noah DeMello with 2 goals. Their home opener the 5th of October. The Ravens to their first loss on the year. And the next Raven home game 1 week from this afternoon, a 3 o'clock start against the Niagara Whalers. We hope you can join us at that time. Thanks for joining us on GMHL.TV. Your final score this afternoon, the Tillsonburg Hurricanes take an 8-6 victory over the St. George Ravens here this afternoon at the Nest in St. George, Ontario. A tough loss for the St. George Ravens, 8-6 to the Tillsonburg Hurricanes this afternoon. To wrap up this Apple Fest weekend, our post-game guest at this time, Max Huring. Max, a good game by Anthony Moda this afternoon, but your thoughts on the loss this afternoon?
We're just giving away a couple too many penalties, and we played pretty good in the third period, I thought. But yeah, we kind of just let ourselves down.
Now, Ivan Bondarenko, big impact for Tillsonburg this afternoon. 4 goals, 2 assists. What could you have done differently to key in on his offensive afternoon?
Well, probably just keeping him to the outside, just watching him to just not letting him get any shots or any passes.
You're from New Zealand. Obviously, we recognize the accent. You spent last year with the Dunedin Thunder and in the under-20 program. Can you tell us some of the differences between playing back in the homeland and here in Canada?
It's a lot faster, a lot more faster, younger guys, and it's a wee bit less physical, but yeah, it's quite different with the smaller rinks and stuff.
What was the process in you coming here to Canada, to St. George specifically? Was this something you were wanting to do, or did management come and scout you in New Zealand?
We had a buddy on my team who's from Canada, and I was playing D with him for pretty much the entire time, and he kind of recognised me, and he was just looking for somewhere for me to go, and we found the Ravens.
Next up, the Niagara Whalers a week from today. What can you do differently in that game to bring forth a different outcome?
Just work on our systems. Just know where everyone is. And, just systems, I think.
Do you have anyone in New Zealand that you'd say you'd pattern your game off of, or perhaps someone in the NHL that you like to watch play?
I love to watch my brother play back at home. And our captain back at home, Paris. Yeah, he's pretty insane.
So for the viewers that don't know your brother or these other players back in the homeland, what specifically do you like about their game?
Paris is pretty just good all around, good shooter, good stick handler. He's just amazing. My brother's just my brother. He's awesome.
Do you have anything else to add that you feel is important that we haven't gone over this afternoon?
No.
That's a wrap. The Ravens once again on the disappointing end of an 8-6 loss. Ivan Bondarenko, 4 goals and 2 assists. Noah DeMello, a breakaway goal for Tillsonburg as well. On the positive side, a hat trick for number 88, Anthony Mota. The Ravens next in action 1 week from today at the Nest. The South Dumfries Community Center here in St. George. Join us at that time. Thanks for watching GMHL.tv, and we hope to see you out at the rink 3 o'clock in 1 week's time.